Hi, this is Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and in this short YouTube video I want to talk about the flywheel. Every indoor group cycle has a flywheel. Most people don't pay much attention to it. They notice that it's round and it's part of the bike and it's a wheel. But did you know that the flywheel of the bike can be the most important dynamic of the bike, period, hands down, particularly if you're not a serious cyclist or if you're not a cyclist at all. The problem with the human condition is that when you get on one of these bikes and you're not a cyclist and you start to pedal, what you bring to the table typically is an up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down pedal stroke. It's not as impactful as running, but in fitness, particularly as you get older, the more fluid and less impactful the activity has to be beneficial, probably at any age really. But when Johnny G created spinning, he was a customer of mine at Beverly Hills Bike Shop some close to 20 years ago. And he used to come in there looking for parts because he was putting together an exercise bike that felt like his bicycle. And when he came up with the perimeter weighted cast iron flywheel and bolted that into the frame, that's what made a spinner different from an exercise bike. And what you have now is you have a lot of focus on computers and all kinds of weird stuff. And the basic premise, the dynamic of the bike, is aggressive inertia and how it converts a lousy, impactful pedal stroke into a fluid 360-degree fluid movement. So when you look at the bikes, probably the bike that generates absolutely zero aggressive inertia would be the Kaiser M3. It's a flat, skinny aluminum flywheel, no perimeter weighting. People are drawn to this because it's smooth and quiet, but what it does for the rider is compared to a bike with perimeter weighting, the Kaiser M3 or the M3 Plus, it doesn't produce any kind of aggressive inertia. It is nice to look at though. Now if you look at the Le Mans Revmasters, again, they have big, now the difference between the Le Mans and the Kaiser is that the Kaiser's flywheel is aluminum and the Le Mans flywheel is steel. So the Le Mans are heavy, but there's no perimeter weighting. So again, lack of aggressive inertia or almost complete absence of it. Now, then you go to the spinning line of bikes like the Spinner Pro, the Spinner NXT, the NXT-SR, the Blade. They have true perimeter weighted flywheels. So the Star Trek spinners and the Schwinn indoor group cycles, they have perimeter weighting. And the original the original Schwinn Johnny G spinner had about a 38-pound flywheel. They say that the Star Trek current generation spinners have about a 38-pound flywheel. The Schwinn AC Performance and AC Sport has a 36-pound flywheel, so they're 2 pounds shorter. They do have their perimeter weighting, but they do have the outside perimeter is actually a blade for the magnets. And then if you look at this bike here, which is a bike line we had and dropped just because of mechanical difficulties, the Free Motion line of bikes, I believe the flywheel weight on the Free Motions is 32 pounds, so it's very, very, they've dropped a lot of weight off their flywheel, not sure why. I'm sure if you talk to them, they'll have a great explanation. But our best-selling bikes are the Schwinns and the Star Treks, and they have chain drive, they have perimeter weighting. The Schwinns have the most dynamic handlebars. I mean, absolutely amazing handlebars. And this is the 2013 Schwinn AC Performance Plus. And you talk about a badass handlebar. These guys, I mean, this is it right here. I think this is the pinnacle of indoor group cycle handlebars. The 2013 AC Performance Plus. And then here's the 2012 AC Performance as well. So flywheels are everything, especially if you're a runner. I talk to a lot of runners A lot of runners who they run to the crossroads and they can't run anymore, or their doctor says you have to cycle, you have to swim, or you'll never be able to run again. Or they get corrective surgery and the doctor says you can't run again, and you say, what am I going to do now? How am I going to get my endorphin dump? Well, indoor cycling, that's it right there. But you got to get a bike with perimeter weighting and aggressive inertia, so that you get that fluid, smooth movement, that 360-degree pedal stroke. And if you're rehabbing from something, having fluid 360 motion in your pedal stroke and the circulatory benefits are unparalleled. So I'm Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com. And I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Again, my phone numbers, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, 888-909-BIKE, 818-470-2204. You can step away from the computer and take a Dramamine now. We don't make perfect YouTube videos, but our bikes are pretty damn close to perfect. Thanks for watching this video, and best of luck to you on your road to health and fitness. Hi, this is Jeff Wimmer from Studio Cycles and StudioCycles.com, and in this short YouTube video I want to talk about the Flywheel. Every indoor group cycle has a Flywheel. Most people don't pay much attention to it. They notice that it's round and it's part of the bike and it's a wheel. But did you know that the flywheel of the bike can be the most important dynamic of the bike, period, hands down, particularly if you're not a serious cyclist, or if you're not a cyclist at all. The problem with the human condition is that when you